Good evening and welcome to another edition of Hgp Sport. For today, I'm Jaden Samuels. Thanks for joining us. Cricket news, the English fast bowlers and the chanceless 100 from Joe Root made light work of a shabby Caribbean side. The details in this report.
The performance by the West Indies since this World Cup has started was good until meeting England, where their performance was below par, handing England an easy win. Winning the toss and putting the West Indies to bat first, the top order failed to trouble the runs, with Chris Gayle getting a start but losing his wicket for just 36 runs. Nicholas Pooran was the only highlight for the Windies, patiently putting together a 63 his side really needed to reach the 200 mark after the rest of the batting were mere for numbers. England was quite the opposite in their chase, getting to the target in quick time, winning by 8 wickets with 101 balls still to spare. Joe Root was unstoppable. He made 100, Johnny Bairstow 45 and Chris Wokes 40. The Caribbean side will now look to make a better comeback when they face Bangladesh on June 17. Jaden Samuels, Hgp Sport.
The Ministry of Public Health annual ExxonMobil Under-14 Secondary Schools football tournament launched on Thursday. This, the second boys and girls tournament, kicks off on Saturday. Hgp Sport was there.
Input at the grassroots level is important in realizing one's true potential, but it must go hand in hand with one's health and well-being. This is, according to Director of Chronic Diseases, Dr. Kavita Singh. It is against this backdrop that the Ministry of Public Health and ExxonMobil has teamed up in their second tournament, well boosted with knowledge on all aspects of chronic diseases, ready to be shared with the participating young bowlers. They launching at the Ministry of Education ground, Carifest Avenue, saw several representatives from the Ministry of Public Health and Petro Organization. Speaking as it relates to the importance of being healthy, especially as an athlete, Dr. Kavita Singh had this to say.
As the person who is responsible for chronic non-communicable diseases in Guyana, we do know that it's responsible for approximately 70% of all premature deaths every year in our country. And more each year we're noticing that a lot of our kids, like the younger population, are becoming diagnosed with cancers, with hypertension, type 1, and in some cases is type 2 diabetes, which is more so a lifestyle causing disorder. So this for us here, the physical activity part of it is very instrumental in reducing the morbidity and mortality due to NCDs at the level of our youths. And I want to thank everyone for being a part of this, for seeing it's not just about making them super athletes, but encouraging them to adopt healthier lifestyles. And, you know, it's activities like this will actually promote those positive role models that we're looking for in today's youth.
She added that expecting the best from young future leaders will need significant sacrifice and contributions from all stakeholders if this is to be realized. Petro Organization's co-director in understanding the above says they are looking to develop relationships to have youths realize their dreams. The boys will kick things off on Saturday after the traditional March Past ceremony.
I think we're all set and ready to start on Saturday morning with our traditional March Past at 11 o'clock. The fixtures would indicate that the actual boys tournament start on Saturday from 12 o'clock, and the following week the girls will start. But both parties, both male and female, will be attending the March Past on Saturday.
Christchurch tackles Lodge Secondary in the opening game, while Pleasance Orphanage faces off with North Rheinfeldt Multilateral from noon. Jaden Samuels, Hgp Sport.
The 2019 Kentucky Fried Chicken Senior National Squash Championships continued on Thursday evening at the Georgetown Club with play in the Men's Open and Men's Over 50 categories. Samuel Gillis was there.
The 4 semi-finalists in the Ladies Open were quickly decided as all of the top players won in straight sets. The most competitive of the quarterfinals was the match between national under-17 and 19 junior champion Aboset Kadujan and her former junior teammate Sarah Lewis. The first two games were really close, with both sides eventually winning the match 11-8, 11-9, 11-5. Number 1 seed Ashley Kylal easily disposed of Lydia Fraser 11-2, 11-1, 11-3, while her Panam game teammate number 2 seed Taylor Fernandez had a slightly tougher time but defeated Madison Fernandez 11-2, 11-8, 11-2. In the last quarter-final match, former junior player Gabby Fraser outplayed national under-15 junior champion Kristen Gomes, while in the men's open round of 16, there were no upsets and all of the seeded players progressed to the quarterfinals. There were 2 matches in the veterans over 50. Play continues this evening with 2 more over 50 men's match. For Hgp Sport, I am Samuel Gillis.
For the second consecutive year, Dental Imports Guyana Inc. returns with support for the Guyana Sport Shooting Foundation. The details in this Samuel Gillis report.
Local practical shooters will for the second year be given an opportunity to participate in a shooting competition which will once again be exclusively sponsored by Dental Imports Guyana Inc. and hosted by the Guyana Sport Shooting Federation. Assistant Secretary Treasurer of the Shooting Federation, Mr. Andrew Fong, accepted the kind sponsorship. Mr. Fong announced that the match will be open to all experienced practical pistol shooters of Guyana. He further noted that with sponsorship from Dental Imports Guyana Inc., prizes for the top 3 overall shooters in every division will be up for grabs. Interested sanctioned practical shooters wanting to come out to have some safe shooting fun can contact any committee member of the Guyana Sport Shooting Federation. For Hgp Sport, I am Samuel Gillis.
And finally in sport this evening, some football news. Just in, Warren Craval, an important part of the Golden Jaguars setup, shouldering the midfield responsibility, has been officially ruled out of Guyana's historic Gold Cup sojourn after picking up an injury in training with the Golden Jaguars during their first stage of the 2019 CONCACAF Gold Cup in Bermuda. The Philadelphia Union midfielder was excited to play his part in this history-making journey for Guyana, qualifying for the first time ever, but unfortunately broke a bone in his foot during training. He has since been replaced by fellow midfielder Brandon Beresford, who joined the team for the second leg of the camp, which took place in Costa Rica. That has brought us to the end of another edition of Hgp Sport. Do have a productive weekend. Don't forget, say yes to life, yes to sport, and no to drugs. Good night.